Shalom, everyone. Blessings in Yah. This is Messiah's Table coming to you live again. Today I just did a little bit more experimenting. I love this piece. As you can see, there is a little lacing going on in this piece. Some cells popping through. So, watched a whole bunch of videos early part of the day. And yeah, there's a lot of people, a lot of artists that have all different things and use different additives and stuff. So again, it's about just never stop creating, never give up, try not to get discouraged, try different things. There's a lot of things that I've already tried that, and I see the progression. There are things I didn't have, such as, additives, cell activators. I didn't have those yet. So I just started just pouring and so you can see the progression in certain pieces. And for those of you who have seen any of my other work, or I've mentioned that I was after those cells. I'm after some big cells. So, my recipe has definitely changed. And I'm looking to perfect that. And I'm also looking to perfect certain techniques before I move on to more advanced ones, such as lacing and all of that. And, house paints, using house paints and primers and things like that. So, this has... I added some GAC 800, and basically it's it's you get your recipe, your ratios, right, your cup of paint, whatever paint you're using, and Floetrol, whether you use Australian Floetrol, which is thinner, or the US Floetrol, which is thicker, a little bit thicker. I use a strainer to strain it through, and you could also maybe add a little bit of water, a touch of water to thin it out a little bit. Just be careful with that, because again, too much will make it too thin. And then you should use distilled water, purified water, not tap water, because tap water has chemicals, so it will react to the paint differently. So you definitely don't want to use tap water. And also a few drops of Minwax pre-stain. Now, and then mixing it in the cups before I pour. This was originally it was a tree ring pour, they call it, which is just like you go like this with the cup with the paint, and you kind of swirl it around like this, boop, and then I kind of tipped it a little bit, not too much, because I didn't want all the colors to bleed too much together. I wanted some separation in there. I really love the pink and the navy blue and the gold popping through there, so again, but that's Minwax pre-stain. There's no silicone. I did not use silicone. Again, it's the Floetrol, US Floetrol, and water, distilled water, and Minwax pre-stain. I use a bottle that has a dropper. You definitely want to do that, because you don't want to put too much of that stuff, too much of that additive in there. And just mix your paints, get it to a nice consistency, and just have fun with it. I love this. I can't wait to see how it dries. I'm praying there's going to be no cracking. Again, I live in Florida, so the humidity here obviously is high here in the south. For those of you who live in the north, you may not have too much of that problem. I have a fan blowing, but just kind of blowing up, not blowing directly on the painting, because that also creates cracking. So yeah, I used a butane torch on here, a little bit of the heat gun, but where I have my table, the cord with the heat gun didn't exactly reach. So it's mostly a butane torch, trying to just move it real fast across the painting to get a little bit of those air bubbles out. And then I started seeing more of the cells pop through. So yeah. So again, I can't wait to see how it dries. Again, help me, pray that there's gonna be no cracking in this. It has a nice gloss finish. Now, what I do want to mention is the base paint. You as you progress, as I'm definitely still learning, you want to definitely want to put a base coat of painting down, and you got to mix your base coat that has its own mixture. So your base coat, whether it's going to be black or white, but you definitely want to have a, let me grab this right here. Base coat usually is whatever, 1 cup, 1 cup paint, 2 cups Floetrol, and 1 cup water, distilled water, purified water. So 1 cup paint, 2 cups Floetrol, and 1 cup water, and then mix, and then just mix that. I use, let me get it over here. You can use, sticks like this to mix your paint right here. Just basic, popsicle sticks. You could get them at Dollar Tree in a pack, and kind of just mix that. You definitely, like I said, don't want the paint too thick or too thin. So, so it is a lot. Could be overwhelming, but again, just take your time. Don't get discouraged. Keep creating. There's even well-known artists on YouTube that, they have a testimony that, hey, I did a painting and look, it cracked real bad. So I'm just gonna have to try to do it again, try to do it over, and that's okay. Don't get discouraged if you have to end up chucking it. So right here, this is drying. This piece is drying on the spinner, and it's a staging area so the paintings could dry. So yet again, and I used it. I did the painting on here in my mixing container. Sat it right here on these. On these organizers here, right on top. And the painting, as you can see, just drips right in here. So it's very minimal cleanup. If you want, you can grab this out and clean it, hose it down or something. So yeah, so everything was, but again, here's the cups for the mixing. Pour it in here, and kind of with the stick, just mix it like that. And you're adding all that stuff and you're mixing it, So again, I can't wait to see how this dries. I'm really excited about it. I love it. So God bless you. Be blessed and be a blessing. Shalom.